UX slogan number 6 is that why beats what. When designing a user interface, there is certainly some value in knowing the what, such as how many users visit a certain web page or how many people click one button rather than another button. This is the type of data you can get from analytics. There's also value in knowing, for example, that many users get confused on a certain web page, or that people are unable to perform a certain important task with your design. That's the type of data you can get from usability testing. But whether the data comes from counting clicks in your analytics package or from observing users in a usability study, well, in either case, the raw data just tell you the what. What just happened, good or bad? But knowing this what doesn't help you very much in making the design better. Well, it does help a little, because if you know that users fail in a certain area of the user interface, you know that you need to redesign it. On the other hand, if users previously failed when doing something, and you have changed the design, then you know that this redesign is actually an improvement if users are now successful. Or if they keep having trouble, you know that to go back to the drawing board and try to come up with another redesign. This is all very good, and definitely better than having no data as the basis for your design. But not so fast. I said that if users had trouble at a certain point in the interaction, then you know that you should redesign this part. But actually, the real problem could easily have been in a different part of the user interface that set users up to fail later. Maybe an early screen caused users to construct an erroneous mental model that again caused them to misinterpret that later screen where you recorded that they made a mistake. In this case, it's that earlier screen that needs to be redesigned. We need the why information to truly drive the design in the best direction for improved usability. Why did users make a mistake? Or just as important, why are they performing well with some other design elements? Once we know why these things happened, we're in a much better position to change the design, to remove the usability problems and strengthen the good aspects of the interaction. The most basic way of collecting this why insight is to ask users to think out loud as they're using your system. On every screen, they should say what they're thinking right in that moment, what they think will happen if they click something. Once you know why users are doing one thing and not that other thing you wanted them to do, you have a better chance of making the next design iteration better. Why is more important than what for driving UX decisions.